Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Wanted to briefly try to explain the difference between pre-emergence and between herbicides or weed killers. So I'm speaking in generalities. Yes, I'm aware there are some exceptions here or there, but for the most part, generally speaking, what I'm about to tell you is pretty much just the standard. So weeds, they have to germinate in order to start growing. Now this germination process generally happens months in advance before the weeds grow, and then they just either sit dormant, they wait for the right weather conditions. There's several things that go into effect that dictate when they grow and when they don't. So the key important thing to remember though, or when you're thinking about taking care of your yard and you're wanting to take the appropriate steps and get on a program or make sure that you're killing your weeds off, pre-emergents do just what the name says. It's a pre-emergent herbicide. They affect the weed before it ever has the opportunity to germinate, so therefore you're preventing it from growing. The weed killers, they're called a post-emergent herbicide, which means that they attack the weed post-emergent. It means it's already grown, it's already present. Now, the reason pre-emergents are so much more powerful than a post-emergent, or a weed killer if you will, is that the weed killer is only gonna have an effect on the weeds that are present. So what I mean by that is that you have a weed that grows up today. Well, all of the seeds and all of the weeds that are in the grass, they don't all just grow at one time. So when you see a weed and you put a weed killer on it and you kill it, that's fine. You've taken care of that plant, but you haven't taken care of all of the other ones that haven't grown yet. So it's more of a continuation. It's a process where you're having to constantly stay on top of it. With pre-emergence, however, you're starting well before the weeds ever even germinate, and you're preventing the vast majority, 99% if not all of the weeds. You're preventing them from ever even germinating and ever even having the opportunity to become a problem. So it's more of a one-time, well, it's a one-time thing. You spray them twice a year. You do springtime for summer weeds and you do fall time for winter weeds. But the reason they're so powerful is, like I said, you get the opportunity to prevent them from ever even seeding and germinating and having the opportunity to grow. Whereas with the herbicides, it is more of a reactive process. You're trying to take care of them after they've already grown. So I hope this kind of maybe clears up a little bit of the difference. I really hope that it explains how come I'm so passionate and adamant about the fact that if you want a lawn that you're proud of and that's weed free, to me, pre-emergents are so much more important than any other process in the entire program, because weeds are what drive people crazy, and it's way easier to prevent them from growing than it is to try to kill them once they're there. So hope this helps, hope this clears up a couple things. If you got any questions, ask down below. I'll help you in any way I can. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.